The vehicle had fled from their officers near the Hard Rock Casino at about 193rd East Avenue and I-44. It had proceeded into Tulsa. It proceeded on a loop through southwest Tulsa for several miles before finally colliding with a sign here at about 71st and Peoria. This disabled the vehicle. He initially refused to comply with commands to come out of the vehicle. We eventually talked him out. We did not actually have to use any force beyond breaking one of the car windows to give him a means of exit. The driver was taken into custody a few minutes later after he was convinced to come out of the vehicle. So there do not appear to have been any injuries, and the only vehicle damaged in the pursuit is the one that the suspect was driving. Suspect appeared to be fleeing because he was wanted on multiple counts of auto theft out of various counties. Car actually does not appear to be stolen. It appears to be his car. Catoosa indicated that they attempted to stop the car because the tag appeared to have been altered.
Absolutely, Tyler. Neighbors are stunned and saddened here after they learned that their neighbor, who they describe as a hardworking father of three, was killed this morning. Now, this is still very much an active crime scene. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office is investigating.
Yeah, this is one of the more bizarre chases that we've seen in a while. It's something that if you're not looking at the TV right now, you might want to take a look at the video here, because when they say low-speed chase, they mean low-speed chase. They were hitting at tops 19 miles an hour. Most of this chase happening around 10 miles an hour. As you can see, it was an F-350 flatbed there. TPD saying the man behind the wheel is Joshua Stacy. He's 31 years old. Trying to get him to stop and get out of the truck. Bit of a challenge. Police pulling out the stop sticks and more before that truck finally came to a stop.
It's a very slow speed pursuit. It's typically not the case that you see. Dragging the stop sticks behind this vehicle for several miles. And you have to understand at that point, with him dragging those stop sticks, that becomes a hazard to the public as well.
So about 20 minutes in, they got onto Charles Page Boulevard. That's when the sheriff's deputies got involved. In total, that truck was stop-sticked 4 times. As you heard, one of them did actually stick to the truck. The front tire is pretty much shredded. The suspect stopped a few times trying to talk with officers. As you mentioned earlier, also tried to talk to our cameras. But as you can imagine, being in the middle of a police chase with sirens blaring behind you, not really conducive to conversation. So we didn't really hear what he said. He did finally pull over at one point where they fired pepper balls at him, and then he really pulled over, but still wouldn't get out of the truck, so officers had to actually break the glass and pull him out of the truck to get him into custody. As I said, that's 31-year-old Joshua Stacy. He's now here at the David L. Moss Correctional Center. He's on $10,800 bond. A big chunk of that is because of an outstanding warrant he had for grand larceny. He is also facing charges for eluding police and resisting arrest. Reporting live downtown, Tyler Butler, Tulsa's Channel.
Raging flames turn into white smoke, revealing the devastation to the long-standing Yoakum's Custom Leather.
I just can't believe it's gone.
Mary Morgan, a dedicated customer, was headed to the store when she came across this.
We'd have to help them build it back. Yoakum's it's a hallmark. They can't leave it.
The fire erupting right around 8:30 this morning. Officials say morning storms might have caused it, likely from a lightning strike. Several crews from surrounding areas battled the blaze for more than 3 hours, trying to save anything they could inside.
I don't know anything else to do.
Owner Rick Yoakum says it was his dream since he was 10 years old to have his own Western shop, a place where he also became known for his custom saddles. Now, after 45 years, his family has to start over.
We'll persevere and do the best we can, which is all any of us do.
God is bigger than a fire.
Absolutely.
So we'll just clean up and start over and be bigger and better.
Despite thousands of dollars in damage, the dream's still alive. About half the building made it through without a scratch, and young family members ready to lead the store to the future for more years to come. Angelica Brown, Tulsa's Channel 8.
At first.
They were unruly, untrained.
But now dogs like Zoe and Harvey are getting a redo.
These dogs have done a complete 360.
Thanks to inmates like Davis Gobert and Ung Vu training them.
When they leave here, they can go to a home or maybe a vet or somebody who needs a service dog or a therapy dog or just a good family.
A partnership between the Dick Connor Correctional Center in Hominy and Care Rescue in Tulsa, where J.R. Becker and his team work to save dogs from being put down.
A trained dog coming up for adoption has got one leg up.
Good shape.
Somebody sees a dog that's had 12 weeks of training, they're going to be going, oh, heck, that's a benefit in my behalf.
Okay, Zoe, take it.
With the goal to save, train, and rehabilitate.
Right here. Good girl.
Program coordinator Elisha Pamaticki continues to see the progress.
It's changed a lot of lives here. You know, there used to be kind of like a somber feeling on the units, and now it's a little more live.
Stay, you stay.
Gobert and Vu have been in the STAR program since the beginning.
Once they brought the dogs in, it was, like I said, a truly remarkable moment.
I had been in for almost 14 years, and when you come to prison, you don't get to be around dogs. So I was like, I love dogs. I've always loved dogs.
Now they facilitate the training for new handlers.
Provides a lot of self-worth for us because we get to see the result of the work that we put into it.
While saving a life.
It's being rescued, and it's being rescued even though it's coming to the penitentiary. The dog is given a second chance, and we're also given the second chance to help this dog
find a forever home. Lauren Partain, Tulsa's Channel 8.
It's no secret, parking in downtown Tulsa can be tough.
Parking's, a challenge.
Parking is pretty brutal.
And figuring out how to work the parking meter is no picnic either.
I never have cash. I always use my credit card to swipe.
Walk into a store and try to find $10 worth of change to park and keep coming back out to repay for everything.
Good news, the city just launched a brand new app called Park Mobile, changing the way you pay the meter.
You know, these days it seems like we do everything from our phone, and with this new app, it's simple. It'll show you available spots downtown. Once you've parked, just look for the zoning number of the area you're at, plug it in, pay, and go.
Paying from your phone is the best way to go now.
Stephanie Loudon parks downtown several times a month, now looking forward to the new app.
With this app, you can know if you have to park around here or somewhere else, so it's a lot better.
This is a great, innovative, progressive technology that the city is adapting, so I'm excited to be a part of it.
But the new app does come with some frustrations.
Not the biggest fan. This used to be free parking. You know what I mean?
Parking at Guthrie Green is no longer free. These pay stations are here in case you can't use the app.
And I know that Tulsa is growing quite exponentially, especially in this area. Still, there's got to be a different way.
But if you want to head downtown, you'll probably have to pay, and at least the city is making it easier, one app at a time. Angelica Brown, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Quick Trip and nearly its entire parking lot was taped off for several hours while detectives combed through evidence, searching for answers into what may have caused this fatal shooting.
And News Channel 8's Lily Cummings has been out there this morning with some new reaction from overnight. Lily, good morning.
Good morning, Keith. That seat was held by Republicans for more than 40 years before Horn's somewhat surprising victory.
The path obvious, where flames left their mark in the Oshaleta Cemetery, leaving Sarah Stout on edge.
This is my brother. I just wanted to come up and make sure everything was still good.
Finding his headstone in perfect condition.
Yeah, it's amazing.
The Superman memorabilia, flowers, and poker chips still intact.
I was glad that nothing was destroyed.
The rest of her family's graves,
all throughout here, is the Browns.
Untouched by the flames.
Oh, much too close for comfort.
Across the street, Faye Davis wasn't home when she heard about the fire.
Said it was near Oshaleta, and then they said it was the graveyard hill, and I thought, oh my, that's right across from my house.
All she could think about, her dog, Sweet Pea.
She was here by herself and in the house, and that was my biggest concern because I couldn't get up here to get her out.
Only some of her yard felt the heat.
Did a super job, got it put out, and I've just got a little burned grass that actually burned my fence line out.
Grateful to the firefighters.
These are volunteer people, and yeah, what would we do without them?
Well, they helped save our house. They worked their butts off all through the night,
stopping the fire in its tracks. Lauren Partain, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Students with the last names A through K showed up in person for the first day of school, but some of their teachers did not because of COVID-19.
We had a teacher who was feeling a little under the weather, had some congestion, and went in and got a test done.
Superintendent Rob Miller says the district discovered the 6th grade teacher who tested positive had been in close contact with 5 other teachers, now self-quarantined.
Regardless of how a school opens, whether we bring all students back, half the students back, whether we do distance learning, as soon as you bring people together who haven't been together, you're going to have incidents where you have positive cases.
Next Monday, students with last names L through Z will report to class, including 6-year-old Carson Reeser, still enjoying his free time while his parents face tough decisions.
As all parents, there is some bit of concern about what's going to happen once you get kids around other kids, when the cases, because it's going to happen at some point.
Students are wearing masks, but Dad Adam Reeser doesn't know how that'll work with first graders like his son.
You know how a kid is going to be. They're going to be pulling on it, tugging on it. Are they going to be able to keep it on all day? That's going to be a big concern.
The district's relying on parents and teachers to monitor symptoms and temperatures daily.
So the more we can say we're physically distanced, we're wearing masks when appropriate, we're washing our hands a lot, then we're able to make decisions that keep people in school.